good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. I'm out in the garden this afternoon. I've been on house duties all morning this morning. It is Wendy the wallaby on today, and yeah, thanks for being here, and very grateful for the new followers on today as well, so a welcome to you. I've been thinking about this all morning as I was vacuuming the house, and here we are on this Pppd channel and this group, and I was thinking, you know, we're all human, and what I mean by that is that we're all the same, like we are humans, but not everyone being that we are humans, but we're the same as in the species, but we all have different problems and different issues. You know, and for us, this vestibular disorder that we have is non-stop. It's never sort of is something that's recognised out there in the wider community. It's not very well known. People don't understand it. Yet every single person in the world has a vestibular system inside their head. So why do people not understand this? Why do people not understand, you know, like what's inside their brain and how it operates? We, these Pppd people, us, we know that we have a vestibular system because ours doesn't work properly. And it's really interesting. And I was thinking about an analogy for that is that when you run a shower for yourself, you know, you automatically turn on the hot and the cold water, and you run that shower until you have it at that perfect temperature where it's a nice mix of beautiful warm, like beautiful hot and cold mixed together, so that you've got this lovely warm shower. And that shower, you would say, that's the perfect temperature to hop in and take a shower, is somebody's normal vestibular system that operates at its optimum level. You know, they never have to think about why their vestibular system is even there. You know, it just works for them. And, you know, by them running that hot and cold together, it naturally happens just inside their head. It always operates for them. It's never come under attack from anything. It's never, you know, caused them any issue. And therefore their hot and cold water mixed together to run that beautiful normal mix of you know, shower water, they've never had to recognise that there's a problem with it. So for us, you know, our vestibular system that's under attack, that's been insulted in some way by something that's caused it to go haywire, is that our hot and our cold water system is not running well. And therefore, you know, why? Like what, you know, obviously, you know, sometimes I struggle for words, you know, this is part of this condition, but I think about things and I think about why, you know, how has this happened, or what does it cause, or what have you. Hang on, the dogs are going to bark. I'll just pause it for a second. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry. I have peace again in the garden. The dogs have stopped barking, and I'm going to have to join these two videos together. So just circling back, you know, for somebody that hasn't had an insult on their vestibular system, you know, their shower runs perfect. You know, they never think about it. They probably never even heard of a vestibular system, and so therefore, you know, they never miss a trick. So to move on from that, another way that I have had this explained to me is that, you know, inside of our vestibular system, you can look at it as like a computer as well. So, you know, you've got two parts of the computer. You've got your hard drive, which is your structural part of your computer, which is your vestibular system. And that structural part of the computer is, you know, what you can touch, being that like it's the actual shell of the computer, the bit that holds everything together, the parts that you can, you know, plug into the wall, and the shell itself that holds everything inside of the actual computer together. And then inside the computer, you've got what you call your software. And your software from that is your actual vestibular system. And so for us, our software is not running properly. So parts of that software there with our vestibular system, and the trouble we've got with our Pppd is that software system isn't talking to itself and parts of the other parts of the software system properly. So for me, I was struggling with Pppd and still do every single day. But I know I was so incredibly chronic with Pppd, you know, that my body, and I'll just give you a little demonstration because I thought about this as well. I rocked. Now, in my mind, sitting on the couch, watching TV, or just whatever I was doing, like sitting in the lounge, you know, on a chair, I felt like I was doing this, rocking all the time. So I just literally rocked and rocked and rocked and rocked like non-stop. But if someone actually looked at me, I wasn't moving. It was literally in my head. So that constant rocking was non-stop. And then every night when I laid down to go to sleep, I felt like I was falling from a 13-story building straight down like that. But not like flying down, just falling like I was in that laying position. Every night, 13 stories downwards, like that, literally a drop feeling. So, you know, that vestibular system was under so much stress and so many different things happening and what have you. And I can't actually even tell you, you know, a lot of us, why those symptoms or why those things did feel the way they did feel. I still, to this day, even yesterday, have that little rocking sort of motion. But one of the tools that I wanted to bring today to the channel was, as soon as I start to engage with that rocking motion and I can sense it, and I've also all of a sudden connected with it, I go, there's that rocking motion. No, we're not gonna play with that. We're not gonna engage with that. And so the first thing that I do, and even if I'm in bed, I'll do it as well, I wiggle my toes. So I actually take it from my brain, where I feel the sensation, which can be felt through my whole body, but I actually take it directly to the furthest point from my actual head, and I start to wiggle my toes. And then, like, as soon as I start wiggling my toes, I can actually get it to stop. So, you know, maybe that could be a little tool for today's toolbox chat. But that's one thing that I found did work for me, which you know, was just something that I wanted to bring to the table. The other is that, and I'm a big person, and I'm sorry, but I'm not a public speaker. I'm just a everyday Joe Blow. But with that, thinking about a few other things is that, you feel like you're stuck inside a plastic bag with this vestibular disorder, literally inside a film. Like there's a layer over you, like a plastic bag, a film that you can't tear out of. Like you can't, it's like this, you can't rip it off you. You can never get back out of it, like feeling it's just always there. There's that clarity doesn't come back, that clarity, that vision, that sharpness, that what have you. It always feels like there's something that's just, clouded over. So, this, as I said, is a long road. It doesn't mean that, you can't improve, because you certainly can improve. One of my things that I felt like was a really big game changer for me, and this is the month of April. So April this year will be exactly 12 months. So 1 year ago now, I asked to be put on to a prescription medicine called venlafaxine. I had read really good reviews and feedback from other people saying that this medicine or prescription medicine was a game changer for many people. And I had never had a doctor ever try to prescribe it for me. No one ever wanted to seem to help me. So I was like, well, you know what? If it, I'm just going to go and ask for it myself. So I did do that. They gave it to me and I came home with it. And so I'm not giving medical advice to anybody, and not everyone's a perfect fit for any medication. But what I will say is that you do need to give yourself a pretty good chance at trying a medicine. And I would say at least a good 2 to 4 weeks before you can actually sort of put it down and say, really that wasn't for me. Because we will all get side effects from everything that we try, because our systems are so incredibly sensitive. So I literally started venlafaxine, and oh my God, I thought I was going to have another stroke, because it was the most frightening drug I have ever taken or ever started in my life. I had increased heart rate. I had increased blood pressure. I thought I was going to stroke out. I thought this, I thought that. I just hated it, but I kept trying and kept taking it. And I was like, well, you know what? So be it. If I fucking die, I die, whatever. And lo and behold, the bloody drug changed my life, because 12 months on, it was the only thing that has allowed me in the last 12 months to come forward in leaps and bounds from where I was previously. So I'm not saying I'm cured, because I still struggle every single day, but I'm way, way better than what I previously was. So it's certainly given me a bit more energy. It's certainly given me some more confidence in myself. It may have helped with a bit of anxiety and depression type thing, with mental illness side of things as well, because obviously, this stuff, after years and years of having it, really can get you down. And and that's understandable. Like, we're all human, so it's okay. But as I said, that's just my journey with that and trying that. So if you want to try it, you try it for yourself. But as I said, it's not medical advice, it's just what's worked for me. It does make me a little manic. Like, I can say that on occasions, like, I can get quite hyper. Like I can be like, oh my God, I'm about to jump out of my skin, or I can get overexcited about something, especially if my kids are coming home, or if I get to see, you know, my kids and I haven't seen them for ages or whatever. I can get really a bit goofy and a bit silly, and, you know, love to have a bit of fun with them and, you know, muck around and all that sort of, you know, fun jazz. But that's all right. It's all in the good spirit of fun. But, you know, parts of it can be that I can also get sort of probably a bit angry as well. Like, you know, there's a little bit, there's all sorts of, like, you know, maybe some side effects from it, but I'm very aware of them, like in terms of, maybe a little bit manic on it, but that's okay. I can control that and see, you know, that obviously there's parts of it that make me a little bit different than maybe perhaps who I would normally be, but that's all right. We if it helps me to just move forward and be more on my feet and be a bit more active and have the guts to get out there and keep trying, well, so be it. So and then, you know, I had sort of something else I wanted to bring in today about Dom Dollar. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something funny about the fact that, you know, I was thinking about the computer and how our operating systems weren't working properly and the software wasn't working, and you know, Dom Dollar is now he's an Aussie guy, obviously, but he's look, go Google him, because I'm probably not going to do this little, you know, mid-30s guy, young, amazing Aussie guy justice. But Dom Dollar is famous young, you know, person in the music industry that does a lot of like the mixing of music, you know, like he's a DJ and he mixes music, and he's a bit of a rapper or you know, like, and can mix like all the turntables of the music and whatever. And I was like, maybe we could all just get Dom Dollar in for us and help us with our software problem and get us, you know, spinning a bit faster and mixing us. And, you know, like, I don't know, I was a bit crazy really, but love Dom Dollar. My children love Dom Dollar. But anyway, so look, not many tools there for you today, but in saying that, it's been wonderful coming on today and just having a chat. But yeah, keep being you, keep being great. You're all warriors. And you know, I'll think about some more tools and all of that sort of stuff. But the whole rocking motion, you know, that was a really big deal for me. That, you know, being on a boat, hell, we haven't even been, you know, like, I mean, we've all been on a cruise, maybe here or there or whatever, but we don't live on a boat. So why are we fucking rocking on a boat? Like, Jesus. So give us strength. But anyway, if you're rocking on the boat, wiggle your toes. So give that a go, guys. But anyway, love chatting to you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.